The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, opening act. Act 1, interior, Kansas City Theater, backstage, night. A gaggle of showgirls wearing sequined bodysuits and peacock feathered hats move as a herd through busy backstage space. Stagehands carry coils of cable and big lights.
I swear, last show she nearly kicked me in the head. She's a menace.
The stage manager struggles to hear her headset over the showgirls gossiping and laughing.
What? No, tell him he's fine. Mrs. Maisel is on in 5. Ladies, please. Can we talk behind our friends' backs somewhere else?
The showgirls exit. Susie approaches the stage manager.
I said Mrs. Maisel is on in 5, so Mr. Baldwin still has 20 before he has to put on his pants.
Hey, have you seen Midge's gloves?
The stage manager holds up an annoyed 1-minute finger.
Well, how long does the cream take?
Just sugar for me.
I'm not talking to you.
Have you seen Midge's gloves?
I can't do this right now, Susie. I'm trying to make sure our star performer gets on stage on time tonight.
The stage manager darts to move distractedly, writing on her clipboard. We follow her as Susie scurries to keep up.
Midge is a star performer too. She needs stuff to get on stage too, namely her gloves. And if she doesn't have them, she can't go on.
Please be gentle with that. I find that difficult to believe.
Oh yeah? Fine. Try it. You'll see I'm not kidding. This is a temperamental artist we're talking about. A once-in-a-lifetime talent whose demands need to be taken seriously, and I don't appreciate.
Midge appears, waving her gloves.
Found my gloves.
What? No, I was in the middle of finding you your gloves.
Great, problem solved.
Stage manager exits.
Well, I found them.
Well, what the fuck? Give me a job, you don't think I can execute it? I can execute, sister. You ask me to find gloves, I'll find gloves.
Would you like me to lose them again?
Sure, you can shove them up your ass, that ought to stump me.
Are you actually upset, or are you just being you?
I let you do your job, let me do mine. I need to feel useful.
Mrs. Maisel, 3 minutes.
Bernice, a 6-foot-something Amazonian showgirl, sidles up to Susie. She's muscular and frankly stunning. She positively dwarfs Susie. She wasn't in the gaggle of girls from before.
Susie, can I talk to you?
I can't with this fakakted girl.
Fakakta.
What does ta mean?
Nothing, it's just the end of the word.
I thought it was 3 words. Fuck, cock, tit.
You thought Jewish people have been walking around for centuries saying fuck, cock, tit?
I don't know. Be proud of me that I'm trying to use more Yiddish.
Go be useful to Bernice. She looks like she needs it.
3 minutes, Midge.
Coming!
Midge exits.
Don't leave me alone with her.
Susie, am I ugly?
What are you talking about? You're like if a Greek god fucked Gene Tierney.
You're sweet. None of the other girls ever talk to me. They treat me like I'm a freak.
They're jealous. You've got a minimum of 8 inches on all of them. They're pissed because the audience can't help but look at you. You're the queen of the fucking Nile, and they're the schmuck stuck fanning you with palm leaves.
You really think so?
Of course. They're dancers. Each of their mothers has trained them since birth to spend all their energy destroying anyone more talented than them.
Hey, watch it. I'm a dancer.
Yeah, but you're 1 in a million.
Susie blushes. Did she just say that? Bernice beams at her.
Careful, Susie. You keep flirting like that and people will start to talk.
Bernice saunters off, but not before throwing Susie a smolder over her shoulder.
Oh, I don't need to worry about that shit. Last thing I fucking need.
I lost my gloves again.
Very funny.
I'm not joking.
Jesus Christ, what the hell is the matter with you?
What happened to treating me like a temperamental artist?
A 3-year-old can keep track of a pair of gloves.
I can just go on without them.
No, they're part of your mystique. We gotta find them before we jet off to Europe.
Oh, I can't wait for you to see Europe, Susie. You haven't lived until you've had wine from the French Riviera.
I've always wanted to have hamburgers from Hamburg.
Then we'll do that.
They beam at each other, full of excitement. The stage manager runs up to them.
I found her gloves.
I was doing that.
Susie yanks the gloves away from the stage manager.
Here, I found your gloves.
Midge smirks and takes the gloves from Susie. She pulls them on and walks onto the main stage.
You nervous?
She turns and looks back at Susie.
You kidding me? It's just Kansas City.
Tits up.
Tits up.
The curtain rises, revealing a massive audience still finding their seats. Midge raises her hands.
All right. Take your seats. Keep your pants on. Shy Baldwin's still putting on his.
Laughter and applause as the lights dim.
How the hell are we doing, Kansas City?
Titles. Exterior, private airport day. Midge and Shy Baldwin walk across the runway of a small airport surrounded by cornfields. Shy says something that makes her laugh, but we can't hear it over the noise of the private plane they're about to board. Roadies and assistants bustle about to load the cargo hold with luggage and band equipment. Shy starts up the steps of the plane. Midge looks around.
Where's Susie?
Shy points off. Midge looks. From 100 yards away, Midge sees Susie on a payphone. Angle on, Susie as she wraps up her call.
And they're treating you respectably? Well, anyone who doesn't has to answer to me. All right. See you in London.
Clang. She hangs up. Interior private plane, moments later. Susie enters the plane and grabs a seat next to Midge.
Who are you talking to?
Eh? Oh, just Jackie. Making sure he hasn't burned the gaslight down while we're gone.
And has he?
Not as yet.
Susie turns to look out her window. Midge eyes her, a little suspicious, but ignores it. Exterior, private airport day. Establishing shot of the plane taking off. Interior, Abe and Rose's apartment, living room, day. Abe and Rose sit in their favorite chairs in pleasant silence. Rose flips through the magazine and sips coffee. Abe writes in a journal. The clock tick-tocks throughout the scene.
The rabbi is coming over for dinner this weekend.
Oh, excellent. Anything we need to prepare before that?
Not that I can think of.
Tick-tock.
Are you at all nervous about him coming over?
You know I'm not. There is an opening spot on the temple's volunteer group. If it goes well, maybe he'll ask me to join.
Then we'll dazzle him with our charming company.
Tick. A beat. Tick-tock.
I spoke with Herman today.
What do you have to say?
Oh, not much.
Tick-tock. Abe lets out a big sigh.
Quiet here without Miriam.
I was just thinking that.
Tick-tock.
It's fantastic.
Rose smirks. Exterior, Greenwich Village, outside Joel's club, day.
Dad, get back here.
Moise and Joel emerge from the basement entrance of Joel's half-renovated nightclub. We can see contractors hard at work through the open doors.
$200. We spent $200 on that lighting job and the lights don't turn on.
Joel chases after Moise as he marches down the street.
I'm sure he wasn't trying to screw us. He probably just missed the connection or something. Please, don't make a scene.
This is why you never hire your friends for handiwork.
Pop, he's your friend.
He's my best friend, happy to accept free dresses from me for his twins' B'nai Mitzvah. But I ask him to do a favor, and I get this fucking Abke Kroken special.
His girls are older than me.
So?
So that means you gave him those dresses 15 years ago. You're gonna hold that over his head?
Why shouldn't I? They were good dresses.
Just take it easy, will you?
You asked me to help you get your club ready. This is how I help. When my dear friend of 20 years, whom I fought with in the Second World War, that I hired to fix your wiring, tries to fuck you over, I break his fucking knees.
Pop.
Kidding. What? I can't joke anymore.
They reach the electrician's shop, which turns out to be only 2 blocks away. They head in. Interior, electrician's shop, continuous. The shop has a museum-like quality with antique light fixtures everywhere. Albert, the adorable older electrician, hunches over a fixture and works on it with a screwdriver. He wears Coke bottle bifocals. Albert looks up as Moise barges in with Joel on his heels. Albert is soft-spoken and very sweet.
Moise, good to see you.
Good to see me. He's good to see me.
What's wrong?
What's wrong is you're out to screw my son, my oldest boy, after all I've done for your family.
Well, something wrong with your club's lights?
Don't play dumb with me, buddy boy. You know damn well what you did and you're going to answer for it.
Oh, well, if there's something wrong, we'll just head down the road and take a look. No need to fret.
I want reimbursement. What am I paying you $200 for if the lights don't work?
Just let me get my coat and my hat.
It's just down the street.
Well, it's to protect me from the sun.
You're going to need more protection than that if you don't fix this.
Oh, surely.
Over the above, Joel lets Moise run his mouth and looks around the shop. After passing a few antique lighting pieces, he lands on an old train crossing light. He cranks its ornate lever, which should change it from red to green, but it's not lit. Joel's pretty taken with it.
Hey, Albert. Al.
Albert and Moise finally stop their bickering and look up.
Got the bulb for this thing?
Off of Albert and Moise's confused looks, we end of Act 1. Act 2. Exterior, Monaco, airport, day. Establishing shot. Shy's plane lands in Monaco. Interior, exterior, Monaco, taxi, later. Susie and Midge look out of their windows in awe as their cab winds through the beautiful, twisty, coastal Monaco streets. Interior, Monte Carlo Hotel, lobby, later. Midge beams at the gorgeous lobby of a fancy hotel. Susie is dumbstruck.
This is too much. I'm freaking out.
Don't freak out. Act like you've been here before. Try to fit in.
How could I possibly do that? Look at me. I look like a prisoner in a silent movie.
Yeah, and you're staying in their hotel. Pretty neat, right?
I don't know. I'm worried I'm going to break something.
Shy approaches the ladies.
Oh, this is nothing. Wait until you see where we're playing tonight.
Where are we playing tonight?
Cut to. Interior, the Casino de Monte Carlo, dusk. Midge and Susie are both dumbstruck as they gape at the stunning castle of a building.
I guess we're not in Kansas anymore, eh? Eh?
Susie nudges Midge, who just continues to gawk.
Midge, I made a joke. Do you hear it? Because we were just in... Forget it.
Interior, the Casino de Monte Carlo, parlor, later. Crowds of gamblers, dressed to the nines, stand around various tables in the lavish gold and green casino parlor. Waiters in tuxes bustle around delivering drinks. Over in a corner, Midge and Susie huddle together for safety. Midge clutches a martini, Susie downs a red wine.
Damn, when you're right, you're right. This wine makes every other wine seem like dog diarrhea. I love France.
She snaps at a passing waiter, sets the glass on his tray, and grabs a refill.
This is not actually France. The Principality of Monaco is a sovereign city-state.
How dare you speak to me in that manner? Do you know who I am?
The waiter scurries off, frightened.
That was fun. I feel incredible.
This is too much. I'm freaking out.
What happened to act like you've been here before?
God, I'm sweaty. Can you tell I'm sweating a lot? Do I look sweaty?
You're glowing.
That's just a nice way of saying sweaty.
You divorced your husband and burned down your life to become a stand-up comic, taking at least 7 years off your parents' lives. Since when do you give a fuck what people think about you?
This isn't a baby shower on the Upper East Side, Susie. These people are like royalty. What do I say? How do I act?
Just be yourself, dummy. That's how you got this far. Be true to yourself.
You're right. I'm just gonna be the same me I've always been.
There you go. You got this.
I got this.
Shy approaches them.
Midge, come here. There's some people I want you to meet.
Midge hands Susie her drink. Susie gives Midge a thumbs up. Shy takes Midge's hand and guides her over to the craps table. 3 beautiful women watch a gentleman throw dice.
Everyone, this is Mrs. Miriam Maisel. She's my opening act.
How do you do?
She grabs one of the women's, Simone, hand. She speaks good English with a French accent.
Midge, this is my friend Simone Signoret. She's an actress. Pretty damn good one.
Yes, of course. I know you.
Bonjour.
Bonjour to you. I haven't seen Room at the Top, but my mother said it was, quote, very racy.
Simone chuckles politely.
We are campaigning for the Academy Awards with this film.
Do they let French people win those?
Sometimes. Only one other has won for acting.
Well, I wish you luck. It's gonna be tough going up against all those real actors.
Simone rankles. She doesn't follow.
That was a joke. Sorry. A bad one. I'm a comedian. A good one, sometimes.
Oh, a comedienne, like Sophie Lennon.
Midge rolls her eyes but smiles.
Not exactly. Hopefully not a hack like her, am I right?
Simone's face falls.
I quite like Sophie Lennon. Put that on your plate. This is very funny.
Well, I've just had some bad personal experiences with her.
She has always been nothing but a friend to me.
Midge can't find the words, so instead turns to Shy.
I'm gonna get a drink. Would you like anything?
None for me. Thank you, Midget.
Midge starts to go, but Shy puts a hand on her shoulder.
Wait, where are you going? I saw Grace around here. I want you two to meet.
Grace?
Kelly.
The Princess of Monaco.
That's her.
No, thank you. Bye-bye.
Midge walks away mortified, rejoins Susie.
I gotta tell you, that was very difficult to watch.
He wanted me to meet Grace Kelly next. I think my heart fell in my ass when he suggested it.
You passed up the opportunity to meet Grace Kelly?
I don't know what's wrong with me. My fingers and my lips are all tingly.
I loved her in Magambo. She looks incredible in a pith helmet and khaki jawed purse.
Midge seizes her martini back from Susie and sips it.
You're usually so sparkly and witty. Why aren't you sparkling?
Why aren't you sparkling?
Clearly witty is out the door too.
What do you want from me? This place is full of celebrities.
Well, act like a celebrity then.
I'm not a celebrity. You told me to be true to myself.
Be true to yourself by being your version of a celebrity. It's good practice for when you actually get famous. Look, it's easy.
She snaps for the waiter again.
Hey, Pimples, get me some shrimp.
We do not have shrimp.
What part of do you know who I am didn't you understand?
Right away, madame.
See? Piece of cake. They don't even check. Look at me, fitting in.
Susie turns and knocks over a vase. It smashes to the ground. She looks at it, then cackles madly. Everyone turns to look. Susie yells back to the crowd.
Aw, did I break your vase? Buy another one, you fucking ghouls.
Midge downs her martini while everyone stares at them. Interior, casino theater, auditorium, stage, night. The casino theater is itself a work of art. Shy and Midge are on stage together with Shy's full band. They are in the middle of a bit together. The crowd is enwrapped. As the bit goes on, we float over the crowd and up to the stage.
Miss Maisel, did you know this casino is the setting for several James Bond novels?
James Bond. He's that spy who seduces all those women and saves the world, right?
That's right.
Typical. Man sleeps with dozens of women and he's a roguish hero. But I sleep with a dozen men one time.
The audience laughs.
At the same time...
More laughter. Shy chuckles and straps on a guitar.
See, Shy? I told you the orgy humor would play well in the Riviera.
Well, I never doubted you. Just take it easy when we get to England.
More laughs. We track past Midge and Shy over to interior, casino theater, backstage, continuous. Susie watches from the wings. Bernice, the showgirl, hovers behind her.
That's right. A bunch of buttoned-up Protestants over there. They make New York Jews look like a gypsy sex cult.
She's nervous. She hasn't been nervous since the first night of the tour.
She's doing great. They love her.
She keeps jumping around in the act. Shy is handling it because he's a pro, but something's off.
I'm not on for the rest of the show, you know. Want to come to my dressing room? You can watch me take something off.
Susie turns to Bernice, eyebrows raised.
That was very forward, Bernice.
Bernice shrugs and turns to exit.
You should loosen up, Susie. This is France, after all.
She's gone. Susie calls after her.
Well, this isn't actually France, you know. It's a sovereign city-state.
The stage manager appears behind Susie.
Susie,
Susie startles and jumps about a mile.
God damn it, what?
you have a call.
Interior, casino theater, stage, moments later. Shy strums the guitar while the band follows along on a ballad, Hey There, from the Pajama Game. Midge narrates what the song actually means to the audience.
Hey there, you with the stars in your eyes.
Hey there, you naive little broad.
Love never made a fool of you.
You're a virgin.
Laughs in the crowd.
Though he won't throw a crumb to you, you think someday he'll come to you.
Oh, honey, you must really be nuts if this guy won't even whip it out for you.
Better forget him with his nose in the air.
He's probably gay anyway.
Laughs. Shy gives Midge a faux admonishing look.
Don't worry, I'll change it to poof when we go to England.
Interior, casino theater, backstage, same time. Susie talks into a wall-mounted phone at a hushed volume with a finger in her ear.
Just calm down, will you? I'll be there. I promise. We leave for London first thing in the morning. Okay, well, take a sleeping pill and get some shut-eye. Break a leg, okay? Good night.
Clank. She hangs up. Susie takes a deep breath. She turns, contemplating, to look at Midge on stage. The song wraps up. The audience cheers.
One more time for the marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Susie bites her lip, conflicted. End of Act 2. Act 3. Interior, Abe and Rose's apartment, kitchen, evening. Sultry jazz music plays as Rose tends to various pots and pans full of delicious cooking. Abe saddles up behind her and hands her a glass of wine. He kisses her neck and she smiles.
My husband won't be home for another 30 minutes if you want to steal away to the boudoir.
She turns to Abe and feigns surprise.
Oh, Abe! I'm sorry, I thought you were someone else.
Well, does the offer still stand, you little minx?
They smooch romantically.
Grandma and Grandpa are kissing.
They part to smile at Ethan, who sits with Zelda, the housekeeper, in her usual pink uniform.
My smart little baby.
Rose glides over to Ethan and covers him with kisses as he giggles.
Ethan, would you like to see your grandparents dance?
No.
No? Too bad.
Abe grabs Rose's arm and twirls her. They slow dance cheek to cheek, lost in their own little world. Zelda can't believe this public display from the two.
Mr. and Mrs. Weissman, do you want me to put Ethan down before the rabbi gets here?
Nonsense. He's a member of our family after all.
You too, Zelda. Get yourself out of that uniform and fix yourself a drink or something.
I didn't bring any other clothes.
Oh, I'm sure I have something in my closet you could put on.
Zelda is truly shocked at this.
Mrs. Weissman, are you feeling okay?
We're wonderful, Zelda. These have been some of the happiest months of our marriage.
You know, I think you're right.
Without Miriam here pulling everyone into her destructive vortex, we're free. We're loose.
He shakes his hips from side to side. Rose laughs and Zelda allows herself a little chuckle.
Hey, there she is. Come now, you girls head off to the closet and Ethan and I will man the stove.
Mommy is distracted.
Oh, what a good boy.
Interior, private plane, day. Midge approaches Susie, who stares out the window and checks her watch every 10 seconds.
What's the matter?
Huh? Nothing. I just, I have a thing about flying.
You were fine on the flight here, and that was like 10 hours.
Yeah, well, we're at a lower altitude, and that's where there's a greater chance for turbulence and colliding with another aircraft and things of that nature.
What are you talking about?
Give it a rest, will you? I said I'm nervous.
All right, jeez. Well, I'm excited. Shy is taking me to the West End to see a play tonight after the show.
Susie pulls herself up from the window to look at Midge.
Oh, yeah? Which one are you going to see?
I don't know. I think we're just going to go pick one and go. Privilege of being a world-famous musician, I guess.
Does Shy know you have a fiance back home?
It's not like that.
It's always like that with these celebrity types. They're no different than any other man.
How do you know?
It's my job to know.
Susie turns back to the window. Midge knows something is up, but lets it go. Exterior, Greenwich Village, street corner day. A very old man, Gershom, stands atop a high ladder and works to replace the bulb of a street light. Below, Joel, Moise, and Albert approach his ladder.
Should we just call up to him?
What if we scare him and he falls to his death?
Nah, don't worry about that. He's essentially deaf.
Albert screams at the man at a volume he didn't seem capable of before. Moise and Joel have to cover their ears.
Gersh! Hey, Gershom!
Gershom hears him, stops working to look.
Who's that?
It's Albert.
Who?
Albert! From the store!
Which store?
Jesus, is he blind too?
I'm not blind.
How the fuck did he hear that?
Albert startles Joel and Moise as he starts screaming again.
We're looking for a light bulb for a train crossing station.
Okay?
Do you got a bulb for that?
Mary's working in her garden all day, but I'm sure she'd be happy to have some company.
What?
I said Mary has been working in her garden all day.
No, Gershom, we're trying to find a bulb for a train crossing light. Albert thinks you might have one.
Okie dokie.
They stare at him as he descends the ladder.
What is with this guy? Did he arrive on Earth this afternoon, huh? What the fuck?
I can hear you, you know.
You can.
Of course, I'm not deaf.
Why have you never said anything? I've been screaming at you for as long as I've known you.
I assumed you had a condition. Come on. Mary will put out snacks for us.
No, we're not coming to your house.
Well, why not? That's where the bulb is.
Joel's eyes widen.
What bulb?
What bulb? A bulb for a train crossing light. Why the hell do you think I'm taking you to my house? I don't particularly like any of you. You've been screaming at me this whole time.
The trio looks sheepish.
We're sorry, Gershom.
Thank
Very
you for
sorry.
inviting us to your home.
That's all right. That's all right. Hope you boys like herring.
I guess we're going to this guy's house, no?
Oh, at least there's herring. What a treat.
Exterior, London venue, stage door, night. Shy, his band, the showgirls, Susie and Midge all file out of the stage door and say goodnight to each other. A car pulls up. The driver gets out and holds the door for Shy.
Ready to go?
Sure am. Are you sure you don't want to come?
You kids have fun. I'm gonna hit the hay.
Shy and Midge get into the car and it pulls away. Bernice approaches Susie.
Can I buy you a nightcap before you knock off, Suze?
You are relentless. Can't you see I'm not interested?
Uh-huh.
Besides, I got some business to take care of.
You told Midge you were going to bed.
What are you, her lawyer? Mind your own business, you fucking giraffe. I got a crick in my neck from looking up at you so often.
Bernice is disappointed by the comment, but lets it go.
Quit pulling my pigtails on the play yard, Susie. If you have a crush on me, just say so.
She struts off. Susie watches her ass sway as she goes. A little spasm of frustration overcomes Susie for a moment. She recovers, takes a breath, and walks off. Exterior, West End Theatre District, later. Midge and Shy traipse arm in arm through the bustling West End. Cars fly in and out of the roundabout. Glowing neon signs light up the night around them.
So what's it like, being an international star?
Well, you can order anything you like off the menu at a restaurant. That truly never gets old.
Do you find you've changed at all?
I definitely wear more silk than I used to.
Midge giggles.
This has been incredible. Do you get a kick out of knowing you single-handedly changed my life?
I do, actually. But would have happened eventually. And if not me, someone would have snatched you up.
Why do you pick me?
I think it's because I've truly never seen anyone like you. No one has, so everyone should.
Midge glows. Good answer. They stop and ogle each other in front of the theater. Shy breaks eye contact to look up the marquee. Midge follows his gaze. It says, Candide.
I know of this one. It's Bernstein.
I tried to read the Voltaire book in college, but I bounced off it like a brick wall.
What do you remember about it?
It's kind of a romance story where no one ends up together and war ruins everyone's life, and it was apparently considered quite funny in the late 1700s.
Sounds like a gas.
I think it's already started.
Perfect. We'll be done even sooner than we thought.
Midge smirks, charmed. Shy makes an after-you gesture, and Midge heads towards the entrance. He follows. Interior, West End Theatre, later. Midge and Shy watch Candide. The production is quite something, with period costumes and intense makeup. A constructed Eiffel Tower serves as the stage's backdrop.
Do you know what's going on?
Not really.
Oh god, I thought I was just slow.
The patron shushes them. Shy and Midge turn to the patron.
Sorry.
They giggle and turn back to face the stage. As Midge takes in what she's seeing, her smile fades and her eyes widen. We hear the angelic voice of a soprano beginning to sing the aria, Glitter Be Gay. Midge's jaw drops.
And here I am, my heart breaking, forced to glitter, forced to be gay.
Reveal, the soprano is none other than Sophie Lennon. She's incredible.
Glitter and be gay, that's the part I play. Here I am in Paris, France, forced to bend my soul to a sordid role, victimized by bitter, bitter circumstance.
Midge's dumbfounded trance is broken by the laughter. She looks around. Sophie is scoring big laughs purely from her interpretation of the material.
She's really good.
Midge can only nod.
I didn't know she was a soprano. That's Sophie Lennon. What are the odds of that?
That's Sophie? My God, I didn't even recognize her.
Yeah.
The wheels in Midge's head are turning. She scans the rows of the theater. Near the front, she spots a short person in a scally cap. Midge stands up, almost involuntarily.
Where are you going?
Midge doesn't answer. She starts scooching her way out of the row hastily and awkwardly, perturbing the patrons around her. She trips but catches herself.
Watch it!
Sorry.
She makes it all the way to the leftmost walkway in the theater. She keeps her eyes trained on the person in the hat as she walks further towards the front of the audience. Finally, she's parallel with her target. She gets a good look at her. It's Susie. Susie's eyes catch Midge's just as Sophie hits one of the most notoriously difficult high notes in all of musical theater. Midge is shocked and hurt. She turns and exits back up the walkway as the crowd leaps to his feet to give Sophie a show-stopping standing ovation. Exterior West End Theater, moments later. Midge tries to hail a taxi in front of the theater. Susie bursts out of the doors.
Midge! Miriam!
Taxi!
Come on, let me explain. She practically begged me to take her on. Those dogs of hers were staring me down like the hounds of hell. Midge, would you just...
She goes to touch Midge on the shoulder. Midge jerks away and wheels around on Susie.
Don't!
All right, okay.
How could you keep this from me? Why did you keep this from me?
I wasn't thinking. I missed the window to come clean, and then it just got bigger and bigger.
You've been worried about me not being true to myself, and all this time you've been managing Sophie? In the West End Opera?
Well, technically, it's an operetta.
I don't know why I take advice from you anyway. You've never been true to yourself. You live your whole life like one of those people who dives in the ocean without any scuba gear. You've focused on getting better and better at holding your breath. You've forgotten what a relief it would be to just breathe some air for once.
Midge crosses her arms and looks away, tears welling up. Susie soldiers on.
Okay. We all agree I'm a very cowardly person on several counts. But this will benefit you. It's training for me for when you're as big as Sophie. And we know that's coming any day now.
That's bullshit, Susie. If you don't think I can tell when you're bullshitting someone, you're wrong. I'm nothing like her. I'll never be like her.
It's not what I meant. You're not hearing me. This is going to help us. If you can just put aside your grudge against her...
My grudge? Up until 2 minutes ago, I thought it was our grudge, Susie.
Susie deflates. Midge manages to hail a cab. It stops and she opens the door.
Midge, cut me a little slack here.
Midge turns to Susie before getting into the car.
You can get a ride back to New York with Sophie. I can do the last show on the tour without you.
What about hamburgers in Hamburg?
You can get a hamburger anywhere.
Midge gets in and slams the door shut. The taxi pulls away, leaving Susie there alone on the curb.
Well, shit.
Interior, hotel room, night. Knock, knock, knock. The hotel room's occupant opens the door to find Susie on the other side.
Hi.
Reveal, the room belongs to Bernice. She's very surprised.
Hi, Susie. Is everything okay?
No. Yeah, I just... Miriam and I got into a fight, and I'm leaving the tour. I'm not coming with you guys to Germany.
Oh my gosh, what happened? You and Midge are...
Can I come in to your room?
Bernice stops short, then gives a gentle smile.
I've never run it. I don't know what.
It's okay. We'll take our time.
Bernice grabs Susie's hand.
Are you sure?
Susie, misty-eyed, chokes out a little laugh.
What the hell? This is France, after all.
Bernice guides Susie into the room.
We're in England.
Shh, don't talk. You'll ruin it.
The door closes. End of Act 3. Act 4. Interior, Abe and Rose's apartment, living room, night. Abe is in the middle of telling an exciting anecdote to his and Rose's cozy dinner party. Their son, Noah, plays with little Ethan on the floor. Daughter-in-law Astrid refills the rabbi's wine. Zelda is stretched out on the sofa wearing one of Rose's dresses and a fur.
And so there we are on the steps of the courthouse, and the defense attorney is in Michael's face. He says to him, "You haven't seen the last of me." And Michael doesn't even blink. He just smiles, and then I step in and say, "You're right. We will see you in court."
Everyone laughs warmly and applauds politely. Abe sips his wine smugly. He is the master of his domain.
I think it's wonderful you've returned to activism after all these years, Abraham.
What can I say? The triviality of academia has worn me to the nub. The bureaucracy of the private sector left me stifled. I realized giving back to the world was the only way I could give back to myself.
Proud of you, Pop.
Thank you, Noah. Anyone need anything from the kitchen?
Another bottle of this wine couldn't hurt.
It certainly couldn't, my lovely. It certainly couldn't.
Abe exits.
I'm having a lovely time, Rose. I wanted to ask you. We have a spot opening up in the temple's volunteer group. Would you like me to recommend you for it?
Rose's eyes dart to Noah's. He knows this is a big deal to his mother. Zelda sits up and clasps her hand to her heart. Rose plays it cool.
Well, I'll have to think about it.
Please do. It's not without its benefits. The volunteers and their families get to sit in reserved seats in the second row.
Rose resists screaming with joy.
I'll talk it over with Abe and let you know straight away.
Wonderful. May I use your restroom?
Of course. You know where it is, just down the hall.
The rabbi exits. Rose suppresses the biggest smile ever. Noah, Astrid, and Zelda beam at her.
Congrats, Ma.
Rose squeals and does a little twirl. Interior, Abe and Rose's apartment, kitchen, same time. Abe pops the cork on a fresh bottle of wine. He hums to himself as he pours a glass. He picks up a little cube of cheese off a tray and pops it into his mouth. He steps into the hall, but remembers something. He turns and heads away from the living room. Interior, Abe and Rose's apartment, bathroom, moments later. Abe opens the door to the bathroom, marches in, looks up to see the rabbi completely naked on the toilet. Abe screams. The rabbi screams.
Ah! I'm so sorry.
Abe, the door.
Yes, of course. Why are you naked?
I had to take my whole robe off to use the restroom.
You do?
Abe, the door.
Yes, of course.
Abe turns and bumps the door frame, which causes him to drop a bottle of wine. It smashes, making a mess on the floor.
Ah, fuck. Sorry, Rabbi.
It's okay.
I'll clean that up
Fine.
when you're done.
Abe,
What?
the door.
Ah, yes, of course.
He starts to exit, but before the door closes all the way,
I'm really sorry.
It's fine. Just get out.
I'm sorry. Thank you. Good luck.
he exits. Rabbi sighs.
Jesus.
Interior, Hamburg venue, auditorium, stage, night. Shy finishes the last note of his encore. The band strikes the final chord.
Good knock, Hamburg.
The crowd leaps to its feet as Shy takes a bow and the curtain falls. Interior, Hamburg venue, backstage, later. Pop. Shy and various others pour champagne into glasses and pass them around. Everyone is giddy, dressed in half wardrobe, half street clothes. The house lights are on, and the stagehands hustle to wrap cables and wheel away gear. Shy raises his glass, and everyone follows suit. Midge sits on a roadie case, still in her stage outfit. She glumly raises her glass. We see she's missing a glove.
An incredible tour is nothing without an incredible tour family. To all of you, we did this together. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love you. Cheers.
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 Midge knocks back her champagne and gets up to go. Shy weaves through the throng to get to her.
You're not disappearing on me again, are you?
I'm sorry about the other night. I was just blindsided. I left Susie in London.
Kind of a diva move, don't you think?
Not what I needed to hear right now.
She starts to walk away. He hurries after her.
Has anyone seen a glove? I'm missing a glove.
Do you want to come with me to see a show tonight?
I don't think I can take another theater performance.
Not theater. Music. There's this rock club here that I make a point of stopping in every time I'm in Hamburg. It's a dump, but in the most respectable of ways.
Will I have to meet any of your fancy celebrity friends?
Not a single one, I promise. We'll just go listen to music. What do you say?
He extends his hand invitingly. Midge relents. She takes his hand and they exit. Interior, Abe and Rose's apartment. Foyer, night. Abe, Rose, Zelda, Noah, Astrid, and Ethan all stand with forced smiles in the world's most awkward receiving line as they send off the rabbi. The rabbi kisses Rose on the cheek.
Thank you for a lovely evening, Rose. The brisket was tender and delectable.
Oh, I'm glad. And we're sorry again.
Think nothing of it. It's in the past.
We truly are sorry. If there's anything I can do, write you a check? No, fetch my checkbook.
Hey, please. It was an accident. Put it out of mind.
I can't. I won't. Of course, thank you. Sorry.
The rabbi heads out the door.
Stop apologizing, Abe.
No. Okay.
He's gone. With the closing of the door, everyone drops their composure, exhausted. Abe wanders out of frame.
I need another drink.
That was the single most awkward evening of my life.
If only he hadn't also cut his foot on the broken wine bottle, we might have been able to salvage it. I'm not sure there was any salvaging to be done.
How are you holding up, Pop? Pop?
Abe stands at the fireplace, leaning on his arm in a very melodramatic pose.
Abe?
I'm fine. I'm just thinking.
About what?
He turns to his family as we push in on him.
Everything was perfect tonight. And yet, still, forces we cannot comprehend contrived to wrest the evening from our control, and it all went wrong. I've been so quick to blame Miriam for all our suffering over the past couple of years, but maybe it isn't her. Perhaps chaos just follows his family like an indifferent rain cloud pours water on the earth. Perhaps life is random, and our desire to ascribe blame and meaning to its ups and downs is pure folly.
The family takes this in with looks of concern for Abe.
No, we mustn't think that way. Somehow, some way, this is Miriam's fault.
The family relaxes and nods.
We all agree.
Exterior, rock club, night. Establishing shot of Midge and Shy entering a divey-looking club. We pull back to reveal the bright neon sign above the entrance. It reads, Kaiser Keller. A poster by the entrance reads, Hut Nacht, Rory Storm and De Hurricanes. Interior, Kaiser Keller, moments later. Midge shifts in her seat as the rest of the crowd mills about. It's dingier in here than any of the theaters they've performed in on the tour, but has a very authentic feel. Shy approaches her carrying 2 beers. She takes one from him as he sits.
Thanks. This place is great.
And this is where all the up-and-comers play. Lots of great British acts come and gig here all the time.
Do you know this band, the Hurricanes?
Yeah, they're pretty good. I'm not here to see them, though. I'm here to see the opening act. Why'd you send Susie home?
Midge gulps some beer and sighs.
She'd been lying to me. She took on another client without telling me.
And you felt betrayed by that?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't just any client. We have a history with Sophie. Bad history.
Is it possible that after all the history, Sophie saw how much Susie cares about you and decided she wanted someone like that in her corner?
Midge didn't think of that. She tries a new tactic.
She claims she's planning for the day when I become like Sophie. I could never change that much.
Probably not. But she's not wrong to look down the road. You're about to go on the ride, little lady.
Everyone keeps saying that, but I'm not a big deal yet. Why can't people just treat me how I am right now?
Because it's already happening. Don't you see?
He gestures to the empty stage.
It's why I love opening acts. Crowds never realize this, but most performers have been working their asses off for the chance just to be an opening act. People think that's when the performer's career is just starting, but it's already been in motion.
Midge takes that in.
And then, someday when they're the headliner, people will get to say, I saw them way back when. They'll be saying that about you, Midge. You'll be here before you know it.
You're being very scary right now, and it's not helping.
I can't tell you things won't change. They will. So, knowing that, the only thing you're in control of is whether or not you change.
That's good advice. Thank you, Shy, for everything.
It's honestly what I live for.
They beam at each other. Midge rests her head on Shy's shoulder as the audience applauds at some unseen band taking the stage. We hear the frontman's thick Liverpool accent.
Good evening, everyone. Thank yous all so much for coming. Our drummer wasn't able to make it tonight, so Rory Storm was nice enough to lend us his. Ringo?
More applause from the audience. The drummer clicks his sticks together.
1, 2, 3, 4!
Exterior, New York City, day. Establishing shot. The strains of Roll Over Beethoven as performed by the Beatles welcome us back to New York City. Exterior, New York International Airport, pickup area, day. Midge waves goodbye to Shy as he gets into a black car. The car drives away. Midge watches it disappear. Interior, Joel's club, day. Joel wipes down tables with a rag and the unlit club. The place is coming together. Moise hangs framed pictures of different talents on the wall. He's currently hanging Bob Newhart.
Make sure those are straight, Pop.
Would you keep your eyes on your own work, please?
Suddenly, the lights come on. Joel looks up and over at the entrance. Midge stands by the light switch. Joel brightens.
Midge, goddamn, it is good to see you. How you been? When did you get back?
Just now, I came right here. This place looks incredible.
Hey, it's alright. A lot of work still to do.
Hi, Moise.
How are you, sweetie? You seen your folks yet?
I'm reintroducing myself to the city one trauma at a time. I almost got hit by a cab right outside.
It'll feel like home again in no time.
It really is something. You should be very proud.
I'll be proud when we're open and turning a profit.
Midge points over Joel's shoulder.
What's that?
Joel looks. He breaks out into a grin that he can't shake.
That is a present for you.
Midge smiles curiously. Moise is puzzled. This is news to him.
Go, stand over there.
He points to the stage. She stands at the center of it. Joel moves to the rear center of the club. There sits the train crossing light, polished up and looking good. Joel squats down and puts it on. From the stage, Midge sees its green light shining visibly, but not too bright.
Green light,
He cranks the lever. It switches to red.
red light for the comics.
Recognition dawns on Midge. She smiles.
When their time is almost up, we give them the red light.
You're gonna have comics in your club?
Lots of them.
Well, if you ever need an opener, I come highly recommended.
Mitch, come on, are you kidding me? In my club, you're the headliner.
Midge can't help but be charmed. Moise eyes them thoughtfully.
Well, I should go. But let's get the families together for dinner soon.
Sounds like a nightmare.
Pop.
Talk soon.
She crosses and exits up the stairs. Joel stares at the empty doorway. Moise approaches from behind.
So, that's why you're doing all this.
Keep your eyes on your own work, Pop.
They go back to their tasks. Joel can't stop smiling. Interior, landing outside Susie's apartment, day. Midge knocks on Susie's door with a gloved hand.
Just a second. Hold on. Shit. Hold on.
Susie, in a bathrobe, opens the door a crack and peers out at Midge. Midge is nervous and still a little angry.
Oh, hi. It's good to see you. My place is kind of a mess right now, so let's just talk out here.
Susie carefully joins Midge on the landing and closes the door behind her.
I just have to say something. I was wrong to treat you like that, and I'm really sorry. There's no other way to put it.
Susie softens.
You're apologizing to me? I'm not exactly the virtuous one in this situation, Tits. But okay.
But I don't think we should
apology-
work together anymore.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You were right. I'm changing. We've always been different. And if what you say is true, then there will come a day when I do change. And we're just too different.
That wasn't my point at all. I really did do this for us. Think of all the venues and people we'll have access to because of Sophie's connections.
Midge throws up her hands.
More of this? Are you kidding me? You still haven't said the words, I'm sorry, you know?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now how about this? You're right. At first, yes, I convinced myself I had no choice. That was a lie I was telling myself, and I lied to you. I was wrong. But then I started to do the math, and it does make sense for both of us. I was scared to tell you because I already felt you drifting away. Even before the tour, I felt it. I didn't want to risk losing you. And more importantly, you can't lose me.
Midge scoffs.
I'm serious, kiddo. This whole thing eats you alive without me. You're about to be launched into the stratosphere. I'll be the one reminding you where the ground is.
Midge melts.
You don't have to change by yourself. I'll be looking out for you.
A tear rolls down Midge's cheek.
Oh, please don't cry. Please don't hug me.
Midge cries, hugs Susie tightly.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm just feeling a lot of emotions right now.
Oh, very different from usual.
Midge laughs as Susie pats her back. Midge breaks the hug.
Just please promise me, from this moment on, no more lies. If you're gonna do what you say, then you have to always tell me the truth.
Before Susie can answer, the door cracks open and Bernice pokes her head out. It's obvious that she is naked.
Suze, will you go out and grab me a coffee and a bagel? I got money in my pants. Hang on. Hiya, Midge.
Bernice pops back into the apartment. Midge's eyes are wide and mouth open. Susie grimaces and turns back to Midge.
How about from this moment on?
The corners of Midge's mouth start to curl into a smile of disbelief. End of episode.